There's Rooster Tootsie Homestead. We got all the kids in. And, like I told you about the buffs, you see where they're parking it. These girls and me are about to dance. Got a few of these black Australorp roosters. That one there's the youngest of the bunch. Matter of fact, he's just now starting to learn how to crow. And as you can tell, the other roosters kind of give him a lot of trouble. Look at them four tail feathers. Not doing too well with it. And let's see here. And then we have that old boy there. And as you can see, he's a pretty good sized boy. Pretty son of a gun. And I gotta tell you, it's gonna be a toss-up between him and this fella here, of which one of them ends up being the breeding rooster for the Australorps. Both of them are beautiful roosters. I mean, they got a lot going for them. This fella here, he's a good-sized boy. He just and he usually doesn't take a lot of garbage off the other roosters, including Henry. He stood up to him. See her? That's the only thing in this coop that rooster runs from, because she is ornery. There's just no other way to describe her. She's ornery. And she's one of the littlest hens in the group. But she's a cuss, and for some reason, she just does not like that boy. And every time he gets around her, she goes after him. Anyway, this fella here, yeah, you're a pretty boy and you know it. Yes, you are. Good looking fella. And then we've got this little lavender roux. He without a doubt is a good looking fella. So I've got to get some more lavender hens, because that's all I got left is that one right there. So hopefully heading into cooler temperatures, we'll start hatching off some eggs and get him his own little group. Probably what I'm thinking about doing is leaving Henry in with the main flock and a few lavenders with him. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Henry. And because he's a good defense rooster, he defends the flock well. So may leave him out with his in with the flock so that he can take care of them, and then put this boy in a breeding pen with a few hens and let him do his stuff. He's just now starting to get a little of the gold feathering up around his crown. So he should end up like Henry, which is really hard to see with this camera, but all of his neck feathers are blonde gold kind of color. He's really a pretty bird. And then Captain Jack, he's like, you know, poor guy, he's like, what happened to my world? But it is what it is, Captain Jack. But yeah, that's the group right now. Now you see why I quit selling chickens, man. I'm down on hens right now, and I keep having them do. You will notice from the last video, she's now moved boxes. Apparently somebody laid a couple eggs in there, so she's parked her tush on them. But yeah, these girls here, yeah, they're future soup, I'm afraid. Because they just I haven't seen one of them in a box in quite some time now, and they're kind of staying away from the roosters, and all the signs are that they have quit laying. So, yeah, it looks like I'm going to have a problem with them. But, well, like I say, we've got a whole new group of Buff Orpington, so, you know, they'll be missed. These girls have been around quite a while. But, you can't keep feeding chickens when they're not producing anymore. You know, because when they quit laying, I'll tell you another little secret. When they quit laying, they really start eating. I think these girls are fat, period, fat. And so, yeah, it's about time. Looks like Red's going to break out his cooker and get to busy. Anyway, that's our little group. I thought you might enjoy that. Just a little quick snicklet on them. Like I said, we got, I guess that little hen ran that big rooster, cleaned the heck out. This guy here, he is just, he's a beautiful bird. I mean, this guy almost glows in the dark. He's something else, a lot of iridescent blue-green feathers in him, and I know this camera doesn't do him justice, but he's a pretty boy. And, you know, he's going to be a big one. So this one, it's kind of a coin toss right now between him and his twin. Which one gets to start servicing the Australorp girl. So, yeah, he's a good-looking boy. And this fella here, he's good-natured. He kind of reminds me of Henry. Real good-natured rooster. Laid back, doesn't get too nuts. So I've been real happy with him. But yeah, old Henry, he's a mess. He's the boy. Kind of looking like a wet rag right now, but these birds get outside, they don't want to come in. I mean, they start coming in when they look like they're drowning. Gonna try that little hen again, huh? See if she'll let you through the door. Give it a whirl. She's on her, man, I'm telling you. Yeah, she's on her. And for some reason, she just has 18 kinds of a problem with that particular rooster. She'll take him on in a heartbeat. And usually he'll stand his ground against the other roosters, but for some reason he will not stand his ground with this hen. Who knows? He may eventually, but right now it's like, nope. She's a scrapper. Believe it, as small as she is, she's one of the dominant hens in the group. I think she's either at the like number 2 in the pecking order. This little lavender right here, she's the queen bee. No two ways about it. She rules the roost. And but she's not too crazy about the newcomer. So anyway, yeah, that's the group. That's what we got going right now. And as you can see, you can understand why. And then of course, this little broody thing, we'll get her broke here directly, and she should go back into production. But yeah, right now she's going broody on me. This little fella here, he's going to be a pretty roof to leave his tail feathers alone, but he's pretty docile. I don't think he'd make a good, good flock brew at all. Seems to be pretty laid back. Give him a few hens and a quiet coop to live in, he'd probably be a happy kid. Anyway, that's all from down here. I thought you might enjoy seeing these kids all grouped together in tight close. And hope this finds you well. Talk to you later.